First this hour, Russia is aiming to make Moscow a powerful world financial centre, especially in the midst of the current global economic upheaval. They were the words of President Dimitri Medvedev at the opening of the 12th St. Petersburg International Economic Forum. Heads of state and captains of industry are among 8,000 delegates in the city. Our correspondent Alexandra Koshenitskaya has the details.
The need for a new economic order, that was the message of the speech. Medvedev took some of the world's biggest financial organizations to task and noted some of the drawbacks of U.S. domination.
The underestimation of risks by major financial companies, combined with the aggressive financial policies of the largest economy in the world, resulted not just in losses for major corporations. Unfortunately, most people in the world have become poorer.
2007 was tough for business, and the participants knew it firsthand. Medvedev compared the financial crisis with the 1930s Great Depression. Among the reasons for the food crisis, he named biofuel. What was once for the table has become a substitute for oil. To tackle these challenges, Medvedev urged a rebuilding of the world's financial architecture.
In essence, we can see a growing economic selfishness. And as a director from St. Petersburg, Georgy Tavstanogov once joked, the taller the fence, the nicer the neighbors.
And he defined his expectations for Russia's future role in the world market.
Russia is a global player. We realize our responsibility for the world's future, and we are willing to participate in creating new rules of the game.
Medvedev hoped for victories in the economic sphere as big as in sports, referring to Russia's recent victory in the finals of the World Hockey Championship against Canada. A participant from Canada drew a parallel.
We Canadians and Russians know that we can compete with anybody and everyone if the global governance institutions are strong, the rules are sound, the game is open, and the referees are fair.
Russia recently adopted a law on foreign investment in strategic areas, and it has put some CEOs of foreign companies on alert.
If an investor is interested in acquiring a blocking stake or a controlling stake in a company listed as strategic, he has to go through a special clearance procedure with the government. This law is very similar to its equivalent in the United States. But I have compared the two, and ours is simpler.
The forum was a chance for businesses, both foreign and Russian, to see the new Russian president. Some came just to listen, while others had a list of requirements. But the seriousness of the event was broken right at the start, when it became clear not everyone was used to the new man in the Kremlin.
Президент России Владимир Dimitri Medvedv.
He's a new generation. He was brought up in a different period. He uses language which is very familiar to us. And of course we hope that the words he uses mean the same thing as we think.
Well, whether they found understanding remains to be seen. This forum is a real showcase for business, politicians and media, but also for the city. St. Petersburg offered plenty of grounds for business talks and even more for entertainment. And as the founder and the president of the World Economic Forum in Davos said, it's hard to tell which of the forums should now be called a big brother. Alexandra Koshenitskaya, RT, St. Petersburg.
Deputy Prime Minister Alexei Kudrin, speaking at the forum, said some world institutions may no longer be up to global challenges.
I would like to repeat what President Medvedev said. The global institutions are lagging behind in their reactions to modern challenges. I'm not talking about organizations like NATO. I think this particular institution should cease to exist. If someone is supporting it, that fact itself might create new challenges and new risks. I would be very cautious about such institutions as OPEC. Cartels are not the sort of institutions that can reduce market risks, including the risks of changing oil prices.
And the world's richest people are in town for the forum. Around 20 tycoons have travelled, some on their own private yachts. But it was Russian billionaire Roman Abramovich's modest vessel which caused the most jaws to drop. The Pelorus would not fit in a standard mooring, so it's been docked at a VIP parking site in the very centre of St. Petersburg. The $129 million yacht was berthed for free. For other ships, it would usually cost as much as $4,000 a day.